All right, I don't know how I got talked into this video, but I did get talked into a video talking about Apex classes and what classes would be best for a new shop owner. And the reason I say I don't know how I got talked into it is because this is going to be a fairly long video. There are a lot of classes at Apex this year that are perfect for a new shop owner. And I'm going to be looking at my phone, and it's going to take me a while to get through all this, but I think there are some great classes out there, and I'm going to share my opinion. The first one, now I'm not going to go by the day. I'm just going to read off some class names and let you take what you want from it. But the first one is Resolving Conflicts Like a Pro, Mastering Customer Frustrations with Finesse by Mark Sewell. Now, I personally know Mark. Mark is a wonderful guy, and he is really good at dealing with clients. And here's the thing about this class. Oftentimes, we go into shop ownership and we never realize that customer communication component is so much of what we do as shop owners, and the right words at the right time in the right way at the right place make all the difference in the world. And sometimes we discount that. We don't see the value in that, and we don't put enough effort into it. And what that does is that gets us into a situation, it gets us into a spot where we don't put enough emphasis on learning that. We think we've already got the skills we need, we've already got the information we need. Why do I need to learn more? Why do I need to grow more? I'm telling you, there are nuances to this that you must learn, okay? And this class is a particularly fantastic place to do that. The next one is a very close personal friend of mine, absolutely phenomenal human being, and his name's Kent Bullard, and he is teaching a class called Chaos to Control, Develop, and Implement SOPs. When you first start out, and even some of these seasoned and veteran shop owners are in a situation where they're running a business and they've never known how to write SOPs, they've never known what SOPs to write, and they never had that kind of aha moment. This class creates aha moments and teaches you a structure, a strategy for how to write processes, policies, and procedures. That's a big deal, y'all, because so many shops do not have any at all, and it is a dangerous weak spot when you own a shop and you don't have these standards. Why is it a dangerous weak spot? Because nobody else could come in and run the business without you. And if the business cannot run without you, you have a job, not a business. Now, the next class that I was thinking about is Sherry and Jeff Pheasant, and it is Get Your Greatness On Using Authenticity to Fuel Your Success. I've been watching these shop owners for some time now, and they are doing phenomenal things. They are phenomenal people, and they have a whole idea, a whole concept around what you can do with your auto repair shop and the way that your auto repair shop is perceived by your guests. And I'm going to tell you what, these shops that are successful, when you see those shop owners out teaching a class, you need to be listening. You need to be watching. You need to be hearing what they have to say, because if it's working for them, they've got some ideas, they've got some tips, they've got some tricks you need to be using in your business. Rick White is the next class. He's got a couple different classes, but y'all know Rick was my first business coach, and Rick taught me a lot of the keys of success that I've found right now, or the keys that he taught me, right? Very basic stuff, but he's got a way that he delivers it, and he delivers it very well. I mean, it's just absolutely phenomenal. The class that he's teaching that I was thinking about for a new shop owner is creating accountability in your shop. Now, why is that for a new shop owner? Because if you're going to hold your people accountable, you've got to hold yourself accountable. We have to have structure. We have to have systems in our shop, and there has to be accountability around that structure and those systems, okay? And if we don't have accountability and we don't understand how to apply accountability properly, we can find ourselves losing people. We can find ourselves stressed out when there's no need for it. And so Rick is the one who taught me about accountability and about how to administer accountability in a fair and meaningful way. And so I think that that would be a great class for a new shop owner. Now, Margaret Light is teaching two classes, and I think they're both fantastic classes. She is a wonderful human being, very, very smart, but she is not necessarily from the automotive space. Now, y'all know her husband. He's Mr. Top Don, but I'm going to tell you, she's probably smarter than he is. Sorry, Hawkins. I'm just being real with you. She is a brilliant lady, and she's talking about mental health and addictions and auto repair businesses. Now, I get that a new shop owner might be looking at this and saying, why is this important to me? Because you will encounter this, okay? As a shop owner who has been doing this for a while now, I promise this is something that you will end up encountering as you hire people. This is a class you need to take. Brian Walker is teaching the class, Do They Know, Like, and Trust You? Differentiate Yourself. I've been making videos about differentiating yourself, about setting yourself apart. And I will promise you, if anybody knows how to market your auto repair shop, Brian Walker is the man. talent pipeline. Matt Wag. Matt Wag is one amazing shop owner, y'all. This dude's got it together. He's a really smart guy. I really think the world of him, and he is out sharing his knowledge that he's learned in his business to help you make your business better. And so definitely, if you're talking about building a business where you're going to have more than just you working in it, you need to go to that class and learn how Matt built a talent pipeline in his business to develop his business to something that it wasn't just him. Bill Haas and Matt Wag are also teaching a class that's Don't Guess, Sell the Test. And it's talking about how do we sell testing in the automotive space. Carm Capriata, the auto repair shop mastermind, is an absolutely phenomenal, I don't want to call it a class, but it is a phenomenal offering by Carm. Carm has got some strategies that will fix and improve our industry in ways that we've never considered before. Look, Laura Lee, y'all know her as Lola, but Laura Lee is the queen of process. She knows all about processes. She knows all about developing processes, and she had much experience with processes even outside the auto repair space before she came into the auto repair space, and she has got some phenomenal classes on teaching process, policy, and procedure. And so you need to attend Laura Lee's class. There again, process, policy, and procedure for a new shop owner is everything. And then Margaret Light's also got another class. It's called Bridging the Divide, Updated Management Techniques for the Younger Generation. I think that if you've never been in leadership, if you've never worked in a capacity where you're teaching and guiding young people, that is a phenomenal class, because the strategies that you may have seen used, you may not understand the full strategy. You may not understand the other side of the strategy. And so if you don't do some research and understand what leadership really is, it can leave you lacking. It can leave you missing some important pieces of the puzzle to be able to be a true leader in your business. Now, there is one class that I'm going to suggest that I've never been to a class taught by this person. I can tell you that I have watched their video, because when we were picking these classes, we were looking through some of these videos and hearing them speak. And I said to Mark, I said, dude, this guy is good. This guy, he captures the audience. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. But you know, here's the thing, is he's kind of from outside the industry. And I think his class has a ton of value. That's going to be Tom Shea, Numbers Gibberish, and the Profit Secrets They Hide. Go look up Tom Shea on YouTube, y'all. I don't know where Mark found this guy, but this guy is good. He's a good educator. And look, when we talk about classes, it's not just about the knowledge that's brought in the class. It's about the ability to disseminate that information, that knowledge. It's about the ability to capture it. It's about the ability to stay engaged. And Tom Shea does exactly that. I watched that video and I thought, man, I hope I'm not recording when that class is going on, because I want to hear that class. He seems like the real deal. He seems legit. So if you're a new shop owner, look, there are a lot of people teaching about numbers at Apex this year, but I'm going to tell you that some of this is about the engagement level, and some of it is about the fact that when we talk numbers, initially, some of you, especially young new shop owners, your eyes are going to glaze over because you don't understand the significance of the numbers yet. That doesn't mean you shouldn't take a Hunt DeMars class. That doesn't mean you shouldn't take more advanced number classes. I just think that maybe we should dip your toes in first, get you a little bit of information, get you some really engaging information first, and then we work our way into more complex numbers. Then we work our way into the more advanced classes like Hunt, some of Rick's more advanced number classes, some of Cecil's more advanced number classes, because I don't want to scare you. I ain't gonna lie to you. As you look at this, sometimes you don't see the value in it. Sometimes you don't see the value in these advanced calculations. Get some experience under your belt and you will see the value in that. Take those classes now. You might decide you don't need them and fail to attend them in the future. And so that's why I'm saying, like, maybe we hold off on some of those more advanced classes. And then there's a couple more. You've got Elevating Your Client Experience to Increase Loyalty and Revenue. That's by Kathleen Callahan. Kathleen is not only an amazing human being, but she is an amazing educator and she is an amazing shop owner, and it's all about experience for Kathleen. And so if you want to see some serious next level concept around creating an experience for your guests, Kathleen is who you should turn to. Again, there's so many classes here. It's hard to keep up. Rick White's doing one on how to give feedback without losing your cool. As a new shop owner, that's a skill you got to learn. I have still not mastered that skill. I'm doing better than I used to. I've still not mastered it. Service Advisor, Blueprint for Success, Mastering Communications, Bill Haas. Bill is a elite automotive trainer. He has been training for many years. And you might say, well, Lucas, why do I need service advisor training? I'm the shop owner. Well, you heard me say in a video a while back, actually that's probably not even out yet, but you've heard me talk over and over again about the importance of being able to do the jobs in the shop so you understand them, so you can train for them, so you can write processes, policies, procedures for them. And if you're starting out, you're going to be the service advisor for a while. And that means that you need to be able to advise at a high level. There are a lot of instances where I'm called back into the shop and I have to do something, and it is all around the service advisor skills, right? If I'm called into the shop, they don't need me for my technical knowledge. Eric's smart as all get out. He doesn't need me. Lou is technically as capable as any human being I've ever met. He doesn't need me. Jackal, same thing, as technically capable of any human being, like the nuts and bolts of it. They don't need me for that. Deckert can change tires and do alignments that I couldn't do if I tried. They don't need me for that. But if they need me, they often need me in complex client situations that have gotten out of hand or something's happened and things have gone sideways. That's when they need me. And so that means I need to be an advanced service advisor to be able to navigate and work through those things. Even if I'm not the guy who's handling those things right this second, I need to be able to understand them. I need to be able to process them. And so I know it's been long. I know I've babbled, but I promise these are the classes, if I were in your shoes, that I would be looking to take when I attend Apex for the very first time as a new shop owner. I hope it helps. I hope you're able to get something from it. And if not, I'm sorry. But either way, there's my list. Y'all have a good day.